chapter 40, verse 3. And there it says, the voice of him that cried in the wilderness, prepare ye the way of the Lord. Make straight the desert, and make straight in the desert a highway for our God. That doesn't tell us another identity for John the Baptist. But there at the very top of that page, above verse 3, it says the mission of John the Baptist. When we then look over at verse 6, follow me now, don't do anything but follow me. We will see the voice, we're still talking about the voice that what? Cries in the wilderness, makes straight a path in the desert for God. The voice said, what? Cry. And he said, what shall I cry? All flesh is grass, and all goodness thereof is as the flowers of the field. The grass withers, the flowers fadeth, because the Spirit of the Lord bloweth upon it. Surely the people is grass. Verse 8, the grass withers, the flowers fade. In other words, people wither, people fade. You with me?
Yes, sir.
But the word of our God shall stand forever. Verse 9. O Zion. That's what we're looking for. We're looking for a name belonging to this voice that's crying. And for the first time now, in verse 9, we got a name. It says, O Zion, that bringeth good tidings. First, hold on. See, a lot of our people think that Zion is a mountain. Some of them think it's a city. Some of them think it's something out in the sky in heaven. I want you to just think with me as he reads, is Zion a mountain, a thing, a place, or a person? That's what we're looking for. Ask that question yourself as I read. O Zion, that bringeth good tidings, get thee up unto the high mountain. Let me pause for just one more second. I left something out here. We are looking for an identity by which we can trace John. Having already gone through this information, I already know that John is referred to in several different names. Rachel, daughter of Zion, Zion, Jerusalem, O hill of Jerusalem. If you read this scripture, you will find that too. I am not concerned at this point with Jerusalem, or Old Jerusalem, or O hill of Jerusalem. I am not concerned with Rachel. What I want to do for you is to trace one name. Since this is new information for us, I don't want to confound you. So you focus only on Zion. Even if I do cross Jerusalem, you keep your mind on Zion for the moment. Now let's go back. We want to ask the question, is it a mountain? Is it a thing? Is it a place? Or is it a person? Verse 9. O Zion, that bringeth good tidings, get thee up into the high mountain. O Jerusalem, that bringeth good tidings, lift up thy voice with strength. Lift it up, be not afraid. Say unto the city of Judah, behold your God. We have another name for John. And that name is Zion. addition to Zion. I want to also show you that sometimes John is referred to as a daughter of Zion. That's in Isaiah 52, chapter 52, verses 1 through 2. Now what we're looking for is to see whether or not Zion is sometimes referred to as a daughter of Zion. I want to establish those 2 points. It will get clearer as we go on. Bear with me. In chapter 51, verses 1 through 2, I beg your pardon, that should be chapter 52. Correction. Chapter 52, verses 1 through 2. Awake, awake, put on thy strength, O Zion. Put on thy beautiful garments, O Jerusalem. Cast that out. The holy city, for henceforth thou shalt no more come into thee uncircumcised and unclean. Verse 1. Verse 2. Shake thyself from the dust. Arise and sit down. O Jerusalem, loose thyself from the bands of thy neck. O captive daughter of Zion. That's what I want to show you. So we've got Zion, one name John is called by. We've got O daughter of Zion, another term John is called by. Keep these scriptures. Study them when you go home. They will not change. Now what I want to show is that both Zion and the daughter of Zion are to be found with children. Are you with me? Now, we're talking about John the Baptist. That's what we're talking about. We're calling him at this moment Zion, and we're calling him the daughter of Zion. And I'm telling you right now that what I want now to establish is that both Zion and the daughter of Zion are to be found capable of bearing children or bearing children. And Isaiah, well, of course, before I do that, why don't I go to Jeremiah? You see, when I said man bearing children, you remember a moment ago when we talked about the Quran, how this woman is questioned as to whether it's a male or a female? We want to know, does the Bible speak in terms of men bearing children? Because we're talking about John here. If you go to Jeremiah 30, verse 6, it's right there in the book. Ask ye now and see whether a man doeth travail with children, with child. Travail means pain to be delivered. Whether a man do travail with child. Wherefore do I see every man with his hands on his loins as a woman. So we've cleared that up. So the Bible does talk about men having children. Now the